it's Andy.
Hi, it's Dave.
Hi, it's Kirk.
Welcome to the ADK Rock and Metal channel, and today we are checking out that little unknown band called Scribe and their new single, Greymist. So far we've obviously reviewed Raising the Dead, we've done Hail Mary, and we've done Witchfinder General off of the Volume 1 album. It's not like we're really got any real priorities of why we keep reviewing this band, I don't know why. But yeah, so this is Greymist. You'll recognise some of the footage from this as it comes from the live show debut performance.
Okay.
So yes, we have finally, Scribe is finally doing a performance capture video. Mainly because we couldn't think of how else to fucking film this story. So
no rewatch value then?
There is that challenge, yes.
I'm sure that's not the case.
That's Andy's judgment on
find
it.
out,
No
so-
rewatch value.
Well, I don't say that things
No,
don't have rewatch
that's-
value. I'd watch performance videos over and over again if I enjoyed the song.
So, well, let's go check out Greymist by Scribe. Let's do it. Okay, there we go. Tell us, Scribe and Greymist. I don't really have any comments to say about it, so I'll throw it to Andy.
Yeah, this is one of my favourites off the album.
Right.
Really enjoy this track. You know, there's we talked off camera. You know, sort of it's that sort of doom intro with some power chords as well, and then it goes into like a speed metal riff. And when I saw this live, I couldn't believe where Mike's hands were going on the fretboard. There's like up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Really good. Yeah, I'd say it's one of the favourites off the album. Great performance when we saw it live the other week. The video is interesting as well. I like the way you've mixed sort of low res camera shots with high resolution shots. A good, nice contrast there. There's obviously you're going to come onto that. Perhaps you're not happy with that, but
yeah,
I've seen that effect when I've done my own records on my phone and send them to you. You know, there's the 4K sort of recordings look so different from almost what real life is when you're capturing it, and then you go to like a standard recording and you get that sort of what you'd expect from a camera phone sort of thing, or in your case, sort of more professional equipment. So I like the mix of those two in a cut with the sort of seafaring footage and the sort of mermaids and sirens, which I guess is the theme of the song. Is very nautical from the very off. You know, Kim says about being tied to the mast of the ship. And I'd be interested to hear what you think will tell us about the whole story of that, whether that's a sort of historical event or if it's sort of a fantasy that was created. But I'm more than happy with performance videos. I like it when bands sort of intercut a live performance and then put it onto their recorded version of a song. I think that works really well as not something that a band should do for everything they do, but sort of mix it up a little bit. And I wouldn't be too unhappy with if you didn't have the sort of intercut shots and the overlays of the other footage as well. So, I mean, another clever effect I've seen as well is when multiple shows as well. You know, that's quite interesting. You notice it's at different venues and...
Yeah, we need to play more than one gig.
Well, it wouldn't have worked for Tell Us, Scribe, because you have only had that one debut show.
That one debut show for the album.
But you know, as a band putting out a music video, by all means take shots from various shows at various venues and splice it together to make a music video. I think it's got good rewatch value, and that was a really good example, as I said, of one of my favourite songs off your album.
Kirk?
Yes, I would agree with that. I think Kim Stacey Marino vocals in the chorus here, this is her at her best. You give her a song like this and she will deliver. Musically, I really like the production on this. The bass is just bobbing along, isn't it? Boom, 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 boom. You can hear the scale runs in it. Really dark distortion that they're using on the guitars. I said to you off camera, I like that part where I think it's the bridge to the chorus before you have the halftime in with that Tony Iommi riff. And you've got one guitar playing this slithering tremolo part and then the other chugging on the strings, and that's such a contrast to me. Some of it, most of this on first listen you probably say is doom metal. It's not, because look at the way you've ended that song as well. I think you're kind of second guessing the listener quite a lot here, and sometimes that doesn't work. This one definitely does work, and I do like the drop out to the bass at the end. It reminds me of a song by My Dame Bride called Your Shameful Heaven, and how they do that. This is common, isn't it, in all forms of heavy guitar music, but that's very clever that as well, because I just thought, okay, I've worked out the structure, and then you just end it completely. And then, as Andy says as well, you've got that really rough thrash metal part, haven't you, after the intro as well, and then that doesn't really come back again. I think it does after the chorus, so you kind of forget that there's this moment that sounds like that death thrash proto band from the 80s, Possessed, at one point. So yeah, I think what's clever again is that you're actually writing it though around a recognisable structure until that end part where it does go a bit off script.
Yeah.
No, but that's good because it means it's not predictable.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. You know, you've got strong songwriting, you put that in. In terms of the video, can I just ask you, are you using stock footage for those young protagonists?
We're using, it wasn't something we filmed specifically for it. Then it was footage that we found that helped tell the story that I wanted. Then it was run through an AI to make it change the footage to some degree.
Yeah.
Because obviously we couldn't just use the footage that it came from, so we had to make some adjustments to it, and then had to cut it up and make the people look different and stuff. So, but the idea was, as you rightly called out, Call of the Sirens. So the whole story about the sirens luring sailors, that's what the story's about. So we needed something to kind of explain, and that's why the Greymist, you go through and the sirens are calling you to the shore. Funny fact, that's actually just what they called, not walruses, not sea lions.
Oh, okay.
That's basically what the sound was. It was distorted in the mist. The sea lions' calls, and it made them sound more ethereal.
Yeah.
And that's why sailors used to think it was, because they were getting drunk on rum. They used to think it was women and sit lazing on the rocks, and it was actually just sea lions in the mist. That's where the whole story of the Call of the Sirens came from. That's what they really were. But then it got turned into mermaids and stuff, because it wasn't basically sailors trying to shag sea lions. Which is basically what was trying to happen. So
Didn't want that getting out, did they?
no. So oh no, it was a woman, honest. But that's where the story came from, and the reason, so the two bits on the footage. Yes, we used that footage to help tell the story. I decided not to try and do the story all the way through. So during the main, once you kick in with the verse, you don't have any stock footage during the verse. It just pops in for a couple of spits during the choruses and in the bridges. So whenever there's not vocals going on, because there is not a lot going on in those other sections, so you just kind of go for it. The issue with the pixelation, i.e. low-res footage, was a nightmare. And that's because of the cameras we had. They were shot up for HD, but they're wide shots. And the problem what we had was we had bits of the audience and stuff, and it was just too much of the stage.
Okay.
So when you then take a high definition footage and you go, actually I'm only going to use this much of that footage, it becomes low res, because you're focusing on that small amount of footage area. And that's the problem we had. Whereas the high-res footage was Ellie, which again, big thank you to Ellie for helping out. She was shooting from the front, and that meant her footage was already zoomed in, was digitally adjusted, so she was in high-res. So she had HD, I had HD, but then I had to crop mine down, and it became low-res.
So you'd have liked your cameras to match Ellie's footage?
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have shot that in 4K and done it that way, but unfortunately there is no real way of upscaling that any much because of the lighting and stuff like that. So we've gone with what we can with that one.
No, I think it works, as I said.
It's a little frustrating, but
what was the most time-consuming element then of creating that video? Was it using AI and then imposing that?
Getting the AI in, just picking out what I wanted to use from AI was a challenge.
What did you use in terms of AI? Did you just use
Kyber website?
Okay.
I have an account with them, so and I just throw the images in and tell it what I want it to try and change it to, and then go off and come up with some ideas. And then you spend all this money, and then you get it back and go, "That's shit. I don't want that." But I've paid the money for it, so I better try another one and try a different prompt. It's a little frustrating, but no, it was fine to do, and I think it does the job that we wanted it with Greymist to tell the story. We won't be doing that many. I think the next one, which is Beyond, is also going to be a performance-based one, but it's going to be slightly different in style. And then the remaining two for the album, Bella. Actually, no, Bella is going to be Bella is also a performance-based one, but it's going to be done in the rehearsal studio with a completely different black. We're going to do a Dead Fresh style,
cool.
black curtain one.
Last question.
Yeah.
Who wrote the riff? That chorus.
Mike or Dan?
Okay.
So from a writing point of view, this track was basically Mike and Dan as far as all the riffs. I literally just got given this track and then wrote my drums, and we made a few little tweaks, but generally I just kind of followed what they wanted to do, and that was it, and it worked.
That explains then, because I just go into my head that you've written most of these, and Dave doesn't even listen to Do Battle, so at least with that one it makes sense that those two.
It's just where my head went from a drum point of view, so I went with a Doom kind of vibe on it, and it kind of worked, so there you go. Anyway, there we go, Greymist by Scribe. If you enjoyed the video today, please do like, share and subscribe. We'll see you on our video sometime very soon. Take care.